Hi there, welcome to edupediaworld.com. You're watching the videos on lines and angles. So in this video, we'll discuss some concepts about intersecting and non-intersecting lines. How we can define the lines as intersecting and non-intersecting. Then we'll discuss some of the axioms related to pair of angles or adjacent angles, we can say. So there are two axioms related to adjacent angles. Then we'll discuss pair of angles, what are pair of angles and how we can use the concept of pair of angles. Then we'll discuss some of the examples to clear the concept, or we can say how we can use these concepts, which are again very important according to exam point of view. So we follow the same strategy. We'll solve each and every concept or try to explain each and every concept through examples. So let's get started with the first concept, which is intersecting and non-intersecting lines. Now, intersecting and non-intersecting. If we draw two lines like this line and this line, so if you clearly see these two lines are parallel, so distance between these two lines is always constant. So if we extend these lines further to any point, they will never meet, so these are non-intersecting lines. So these are non-intersecting lines. So if you can see in the diagram, PQ and RS, so these are non-intersecting parallel lines. So lines which never intersect, these are parallel lines. These are always parallel lines. Now if we consider these two lines like this and this, now if we extend these lines like this, so they will meet at certain points. So these type of lines are known as intersecting lines. So it is a very important concept from the point of view of lines and angles. So you have to understand the concept very carefully. If the two lines meet at any point in, if we extend the lines, these are intersecting lines. If the lines, when we extend them, they'll never meet, these are known as non-intersecting lines, or these are known as parallel lines. So this is the concept of intersecting and non-intersecting lines. So let's move further with the next concept, which are axioms related to adjacent angles. Now, as we have discussed in lucid geometry, there are some axioms and postulates which are, we can say, it's assumption, but we have to prove that how this axiom holds. So if a ray stands on a line, means we can say like this: if this is a line and a ray stand on like this, if this is a line PQ and a ray M stands on line PQ, then sum of the two adjacent angles so formed is 180 degree. Means sum of the adjacent angles mean, as we have discussed in the previous videos also, adjacent angles are this angle and this angle. So according to axiom, if a ray like we can say N stands on line PQ, then we have two adjacent angles. Angle we can say, let it be O, so the angle will become NOP, and angle NOQ. So this will become two adjacent angles. So according to the axiom, the sum of these two adjacent angles, angle NOP plus angle NOQ, will always be 180 degree. So this is the axiom. So if you see in the figure 1, these are the two adjacent angle, but a ray of line doesn't stand on OB. So this means these two adjacent, the sum of these two adjacent angle will now be 180. Means if we add these two angles, 60 plus 30, it will be 90. And if we consider this diagram again, so if we add these two, it will be 140. Now if we add these two, so it will be again greater than 180. So this is not a straight line, it will be 220. So if we consider this figure, you can see clearly that on a scale or on a line AB, a ray stands C, and if we add these two adjacent angle, angle AOC and angle COB, it will always be 180 degree. Means angle AOC plus angle COB will always be equals to 180 degree. So this is a concept of axiom, that if a ray stands on a line, then sum of two adjacent angles so formed is 180 degree. Now let's move on to the next axiom, that is axiom number 2. If a sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree, then the non-common arms of the angles form a line. Means suppose we have two adjacent angles, we can say like this, if this is an angle, and we have another angle like this, let it be line AB, and we have two adjacent angles like this, and let it be P. If the sum of two adjacent angle is 180 degree, means if angle P POA plus angle POB is equals to 180 degree, then the non-common arm means which is not common to both the angles, so the non-common arm will be AB, or we can say AO and OB of angles form a line, means the non-common arm will be AO and OB, so this will form a line, means AO plus OB will be equals to AB, which is a line. So this is a axiom number 2, which we can say is exactly opposite to axiom number 1. So let's discuss further what is pair of angles. Now, pair of angles, though it's very small concept, but it is very widely used in lines and angles, so you have to watch the video very carefully. It's also known as linear pair of angles. Linear means line, pair means two, angles means two angles on a line. So we can say linear pair of angles means we have two angles on a line. So how we can extend the concept? Linear pair angles is always equals to 180 degree, means that sum of linear pair of angles is always equals to 180 degree, means if we have two linear pair angles, the sum is 180 degree. So from the figure we can say angle AOC plus angle COB will always be 180 degree. So which we can say is also a extension or concept of axiom number 1, means adjacent angles on a straight line, which we have discussed right now in the previous slide. So this is a pair of angles. So let's discuss some of the examples related to pair of angles. The first example says in figure ray OS, this ray, we can say this ray OS stands on a line POQ, so stands on a line POQ, ray OR, this ray OR, and ray OT, this ray OT are angle bisector of angle POS, so this angle, and angle SOQ. If we have POS, means this angle, means angle POS is X, then we have to find angle ROT, means we have to find angle ROT. So it's a very easy question, but let's see how we can solve this question. Now, solution for this question. We know that angle POS plus angle SOQ equals to 180 degree. Why? If we see the figure clearly, angle POS plus angle SOQ make a linear pair. Why? Because they make a linear pair. So it's given angle POS is X. So this means we can write X plus angle SOQ equals to 180 degree. So this means angle SOQ will become 180 minus X. Now we know that ray OR means ray OR bisects angle POS. So this means we can write like angle ROS will be half of angle POS. Why? Because RO bisects angle POS. So we can write angle ROS is half of angle POS. So this implies is angle ROS will be 1/2 of x or x by 2. Now, similarly, angle SOT, this angle will be half of angle SOQ. Again, why? Because OT is a bisector. Means angle SOT will be half of angle SOQ. Why? Because OT is a bisector of angle SOQ. Now, so this means angle SOT can be written as half of, now we have written over here angle POS plus angle SOQ is 180 degree. So this means angle POS plus angle SOQ is 180 degree. So this means angle SOQ can be written as 180 minus angle POS. So which will be equals to 180 minus x. Why? Because angle POS is x. So we can write angle SOQ as 180 minus x. So we can write 180 minus x. So which can be further written as 180 divided by 2 minus x by 2, which is 90 minus x by 2. So this is angle SOT. Now we need to find angle ROT. So we can clearly see that angle ROT can be written as, if we see the figure clearly, angle ROT, so this is angle ROT, it can be written as this angle plus this angle, means angle ROS plus angle SOT. So this can be written as angle ROS plus angle SOT. So which will be equals to angle ROS is x by 2 plus angle SOT is 90 minus x by 2. So again this and this will cancel. So the answer will be 90. So this implies is angle ROT is 90 degree. So this is how we can use the concept of linear pair to find the angle. So let's move on to the next example. Example number 2. So this example is again very interesting example. So you have to watch this section of a video very carefully. Now, in this example, it's given in figure OP, OQ, OR and OS are four rays. We have to prove that angle POQ plus angle QOR plus angle SOR plus angle POS is equals to 360 degree. Means we have to prove angle POQ plus angle QOR plus angle SOR plus angle POS equals to 360 degree. So we have to prove this now. So let's see how we can prove this. We need to draw a line, again artificial line or a parallel line, or we can say a manual line. Represent this point as, we can say, T. Now, so we can write angle TOS plus angle POQ. Let's see, we can write a linear pair. Let's see, we can use something else, like we can say, how we can solve this, angle TOP plus angle POQ equals to 180 degree. How? Because this is a linear pair. We can clearly see that if we consider this as a line, this angle plus this angle will be linear pair. So angle TOP plus angle POQ is 180 degree. So let's make this as a 1. Now next, ray OS, if we consider this ray also stands on a line TQ. We can say ray OS stands on line TQ. So which implies is, you can say, which implies is angle TOS plus angle SOQ will be equals to 180 degree. So let's make this as a 2. Now SOQ angle SOQ is equals to angle SOR plus angle, we can say, QOR. Why? Because angle SOQ represent this angle, complete angle, and which can be divided into two angles, which is this plus this. So we got angle SOQ equals to angle SOR plus angle QOR. So what we can do is, next we can add 1 and 2. So let's see what we get. We get angle TOP plus angle POQ plus angle SOQ plus angle TOP plus angle POQ, plus angle TOS plus angle SOQ, which is equals to be 180 plus 180. So this becomes angle TOP plus angle POQ plus angle TOS plus angle SOQ equals to 360 degree. So see, now let's see what we need. We need POQ, we got POQ. We need QOR, we have to find QOR. We need SOR, again we need SOR. We need POS. Now POS, if we consider this angle POS, it can be again divided into two angles, this angle plus this angle. So it can be written as angle, we can write TOP plus angle TOS. So if we see in the equation, this angle plus this angle, you can say this angle plus this angle will become angle POS. So we can write this equation as angle POS plus angle POQ plus, now SOQ, we have equation angle SOQ can be written as angle SOR plus angle QOR. So this means instead of SOQ we can write angle SOR plus angle QOR. So this will become angle SOR plus angle QOR, which is 360 degree. So this is a proof, or we can say solution of the question. Means angle POS plus angle POQ plus angle SOR plus angle QOR equals to 360 degree. So this is how we can use the concept of linear pairs to solve the questions. So thank you once again for watching this video on edupediaworld.com. Keep watching further videos. Have a nice day ahead.